Welcome to the D- Diaries Episode 8. We hope you enjoy this podcast while you drive, ride, roam, or drone. Decisions. Why we choose what we choose. By Jim Jones. Do we make decisions or do they make us? Many years ago, my wife and I were getting ready for a date night. I was in the kitchen waiting for her when she walked in and asked, "Does this dress make me look fat?" Ladies, some questions should never be asked because no matter what we say, we're going to screw it up and start a fight. Within a split second, I had to choose A. Run. B. Tell her she looks beautiful. C. Tell the truth. D. Fake a heart attack. Being the amateur comic that I think I am, I picked option C. I said, "Honey, the dress is beautiful, and no, the dress doesn't make you look fat. It's the fat that makes you look fat." She erupted like a volcano and hurled an apple at my head. My involuntary reflex made me duck. Just like that, I was reminded that we make decisions all the time, and too often we regret them. When she asked about the dress, my brain exploded. My amygdala screamed, "Run," while my prefrontal cortex tried to reason. Too late. Decisions begin in the brain. The amygdala is the primal part of the brain. It is our internal alarm system, responsible for fight, flight, posture, and freeze. It reacts to threats like your life depends on it, because sometimes it does. The prefrontal cortex is the planner, the adult in the room. It governs reason, logic, and emotional regulation. Most of our conscious decisions pass through these two regions. Some decisions are deliberate, others are automatic, some are trained, some are the result of repetition. You don't think about opening a door, you just do it. That's muscle memory, not mindfulness. Research suggests we make about 35,000 decisions a day. Roughly 95 to 99% of them are automatic. The rest are conscious or semi-conscious, like deciding whether to answer that dress question with humor, honesty, or a fake medical emergency. Making good decisions means weighing the pros and cons, but once a decision is made, you have to own it. As the old saying goes, you can have fast, cheap, or good. Pick two because you almost never get all three. Sometimes there is no right answer, so just pick one. While working in special operations, we were stuck on a tough call when a leader finally said, "Pick it and stick it." That stuck with me. We waste enormous amounts of time chasing the perfect choice. We overthink, freeze, and accomplish nothing. The band Rush nailed it in their song Free Will. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. When I was a young soldier, we were constantly tested, including written multiple-choice exams. One day in 1986, I noticed my buddy Ron glancing at his Army-issued Timex watch before each answer. Afterward, I asked him what he was doing. He said, "Man, I didn't know a single answer, so I looked at the second hand and picked my answer." Wherever the second hand landed determined his choice. 12 to 3 was A, 3 to 6 was B, 6 to 9 was C, 9 to 12 was D. Statistically, he had a 1 in 4 chance. Same as me, because I had once heard that if you don't know the answer, pick C. Either way, the odds were the same. Sometimes a decision is just a guess, but even a guess is still a decision. Voluntary decisions are the ones you control, like going to the gym or eating a pizza. One burns calories, the other adds them. Involuntary decisions are automatic, blinking, breathing, flinching, but reactions can be trained. In the military, we had a saying, "Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast." Through repetition, voluntary actions become instinct. Mastery turns decision-making into reflex. This applies everywhere. Musicians, athletes, writers, leaders. You train until the brain gets out of the way. The 1904 Nobel Prize winner, physiologist Petrovich Pavlov trained dogs to salivate at the sound of a bell. Today, we hear a ding and reach for our credit cards. We don't eat because we're hungry. We eat because it's noon. Cashless payments numb the pain of spending. I once walked out of a big box store with an 8K TV so sharp I could count Morgan Freeman's wrinkles. Most of what I watch is still 1080p. I bought something 16 times better than I'll ever need. We've been outplayed. Dopamine hits, endless options, digital wallets. It's all Pavlov's bell. Emotional decisions are the devil's tongue. They whisper urgency, demand action, and silence reason. One sarcastic comment, one sideways glance, boom. In When Violence is the Answer, Tim Larkin talks about social aggression. It's a dominance game full of verbal jabs and posturing. If someone is still talking, you still have time to de-escalate or walk away. Too often we don't. Our news feeds are filled with wreckage. A driver gets cut off, a chase ensues, someone dies. A teen posts a fight and ends up in court. One bad moment, a breakup, a gunshot, a pill, and your life is upside down. The emotional choices, those made from fear, ego, or hunger, are the most dangerous. When I was a kid, Mom would ask, "Why did you do that?" I'd answer in my best Flip Wilson voice, "The devil made me do it." Compromise sounds noble. But it often means everyone gets a sliver of what they want and a plateful of what they don't. If it's a good idea, it will sell itself. Don't water down your choices. Being strong beats lukewarm answers every time. Back to that night. My comment was meant as a joke. She wasn't fat. The dress was just bad. But comedy is subjective. Now imagine if she had picked up a pistol instead of an apple. That could have been manslaughter, a crime of passion. But if she had walked to the closet, retrieved a gun, come back, and pulled the trigger, that would have been second-degree murder. Time matters. Thought matters. She would have had time to override the rage. Jail is full of people who made bad decisions. Instead of calling it jail, they could call it the home for bad decisions. There were better choices for both of us. She could have said, "Thanks for your honesty. Maybe we both need to drop a few pounds." Or I could have said, "You look beautiful tonight." Would that have happened? Probably not, because once some choices leave your lips, there is no calling them back. You cannot unring a bell. Words are decisions, and the worst ones often start there. These decision-making skills are not just personal, they are professional. They are leadership traits. Strong leaders pause. They recognize emotion without obeying it. They make clear choices, own the consequences, and move forward. The devil's tongue wants speed. Wisdom requires patience. Most people in jail did not plan to be there. They just answered the question wrong. Peace belongs to those who wait. If this made you think of a moment when one decision changed everything, I'd like to hear it. Leave a comment. Tell me what choice you would take back, or the one you're proud you made. Thank you for reading. That choice matters more than you know. Footnote: this was my first wife. She was actually a beautiful woman. She knew my answer was a joke. P.S. If this resonated with you, please like the heart button, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Thank you again. Jim D. Jones